I love it.
I kind of agree with Wyclef Jean.
Yeah.
That just because she dances loco, it don't make her a hoe. No.
No.
But I can't help but feel she's not helping her case. I mean, she's there every night, basically, getting them out for the lads.
I know.
For money.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean that she's a hoe or a whore, as we say, but I can't help but think if you think people are slagging you off, calling you a whore, get a different job. Because I'll tell you this, you like the money.
Yeah.
She likes the easy money.
I'll say this. If, well, basically exposing and, sort of, wobbling round, your means tits and arse doesn't make you a hoe, what does?
I don't know what does.
Look at Carl's head, just went down there, He doesn't like this sort of filth, do you?
He's thinking about Maxine.
Who's Maxine?
That's her name. Put on your red shoes, Maxine.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's a moving song.
What's the horse about at the end?
Horse, I've never understood that. Never understood that. Is Wyclef doing alright? Is he? I'm always a bit concerned about the Fugees, because I heard that Lauryn Hill's her new album's apparently not very good. Nas, or whatever his name is, I don't know what's happened to him. He's disappeared off the face of the earth.
It was a bit ubiquitous, jumping up on everyone's... You know, he's a funny bloke as well.
Wyclef.
He's a lovely man.
He's a good guy. Good luck to all the
So,
Fugees.
good luck to, all the lads from the Fugees.
Any other bands you're concerned about?
Hepburn, what the hell? What has gone wrong with Hepburn?
Oh, it does make me worry.
Well, do you want to do some, give some stuff away?
I suppose so, Carl, we could, yeah.
Yeah, set it up, set it rolling.
What is it? Which of your many competitions is this?
Songs of Phrase.
Talking of competitions, I remember last week there was a big argument that Carl kicked Steve off the team because he was getting a little bit uppity and trying to take it over.
Pub quiz, isn't it?
Pub quiz, yeah, but then you let him back in, didn't you?
Well, he was alright. He came to me afterwards and said, you know, you're not going to kick me off, are you? And I said, well, yeah.
He came back sort of, I suppose, begging. Was it embarrassing or...?
Well, no, it's just, you know...
He learned his lesson?
He realised he's overstepped the mark, like you have this week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We've all learnt a lesson.
Yeah, we've all learnt a lesson. But I won the quiz, didn't I, and you didn't?
Well, that doesn't matter.
No,
The thing is,
but I won all the money, didn't I?
Please bear in mind it's taking part that counts, Rick.
Yeah, sure. I wasn't winding you up in the quiz, though, was I?
And all your team was older.
Yeah.
Well, what's that got to do with it?
Well,
you've got a collective age, your team, of about 300.
No, one of them is only one of them's actually 5, but she's just aged a lot.
I think when I took the 11 plus, we were all around the same age. That's what I mean, right? Your team was a lot older. What was our average age, would you say?
Average age probably 30.
Right.
Yours at least 41.
No.
Definitely.
No.
Definitely.
Only 2 of us were 40 and 3 were about 30.
No, rubbish.
Yeah.
Who's 30?
Martin. Glenn's about 36, yeah. About 30, but...
It all helps, doesn't it?
And
Alps.
And you've all got...
Al's under 30.
And you've got a better general knowledge.
yeah. We were cheating. We knew more.
You just knew more stuff.
Yeah, that's not allowed, is it?
Proper quiz time,
But I wasn't winding you up, though, when I won. I wasn't gloating or anything, was I?
No, not at all. When you kept sort of counting it in front of me and...
Like he hasn't got enough cash already, Carl.
How much was it? How much was the prize?
I can't say. It'd be gauche. Right.
Is that tax-free, that money?
Yeah, it's a prize, isn't it?
Is that true, though? Is that how it works?
I think so. Prize money, isn't it? I don't know.
Well, otherwise I assume you'll be declaring that.
Yeah, I will, yeah.
Yeah, you'll be paying tax on that.
Yeah.
Because you know where people... I mean, the taxman could contact you via XFM at any time just to check that if you wanted to. Sure. Okay, prizes to give away this week. You've excelled yourself again. We've got, once again, Scotland Rocks, the very best of Scottish music, Texas Deacon Blue,
brilliant.
and Jerry Rafferty.
Proclaim's on there or not?
Proclaim's there, don't worry. Delegate's on there as well, don't worry.
Yeah, sweet.
Don't worry.
It's Biss on there, it's Biss on there.
I'm just checking to see if Midge and Hugh and Gry feature, but they do, thankfully.
I don't know.
The Rosillos as well.
Oh, brilliant. That's brilliant.
So look forward to that.
Is Lulu on there or not? Is she not on there?
I can't see her, actually.
She's not on there.
But,
the Wets, are the Wets on there? All the Wets or not?
Fairground attraction.
Brilliant.
That's on there, so...
Is Wee Hootie McTube on there? And is Jamboree?
What's this? This is another arbitrary compilation called Strange and Beautiful. The X-List album, which is quite good. The new album by the White Stripes. The DVD Walking with Cavemen, that TV show that's on VHS. It's still got the price on there. On VHS, in case you haven't seen it. Fight Club, and the best-selling book from Michael Moore, Stupid White Men. So actually some quite good prizes there, Carl. Not bad.
Alright, Carl, what's this competition?
Right, Songs of Phrase. It's where I get a line that sort of is said a lot on the show, or has been said quite a lot on the show.
Yeah. Is this one Stop Squeezing Me Head?
No. Oh, I could have done that. But what we're doing is The Elephant Man's my favourite film.
Is that the phrase?
Yeah, that's the phrase that we're looking at today.
The Elephant Man's my favourite film.
It is as well. It's his favourite film.
I know.
What is that again? Because it's funny and sad, and it's you know exactly what you're going to get.
Yeah, they promise you an Elephant Man. That's exactly what you get.
Yeah.
It's good. Have you seen it, Steve?
I have seen it.
It is good, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you remember at the beginning of the Elephant
Think
Man?
of that, having that as your favourite film of all the hundreds of amazing films. I mean, I mean,
it's a good film and it's a moving film.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine it's a film I would watch endlessly again and again.
Care about a bloke with an elephant's
I
head.
watched a little bit of it again the other night. It's one of them that, you know, just sort of reminds you.
You know what annoys me when he goes, "I am not an animal." He is.
Well, I mean, he speaks like one.
And what doesn't help?
He's got
And he looks like one.
No, yeah.
But it was a bit unfair because they never let him look in a mirror because he's a bit odd looking. It upset him.
Yeah.
So his hair was always a mess. And that made him look worse than he actually was.
Yeah.
But good film. Get it out if you haven't seen it. That's the phrase today.
Do you know, I remember my friend introduced me to that film, and if you remember at the beginning there's a big montage because he is working in a zoo, isn't he, or he's being kept in a zoo, and there's a sequence of various elephants, I think, actual elephants kind of rampaging, and it's just quite a sort of moody, atmospheric montage.
Is he king of the elephants? Could
Well,
he rule them?
my friend said to me when we watched this, he said, what happens is, he gets trampled on by some elephants, and that's what makes him look like an elephant. And I went, right, and I watched it, I thought, that's not the case, and I tried to explain it to him, and he's, to this day, still convinced that the Elephant Man, it's like when Spider-Man
gets bitten by a
radioactive spider.
Yeah.
It was his mum, wasn't
The
it?
Elephant Man! The power of an elephant!
Was it his mum who got...
He never forgets.
Anyway.
Be careful.
Is it his man what?
Wasn't it his mum who was pregnant and then they ran over her and...
No, I don't think so.
That's the impression I got from it.
No.
You are joking, aren't you?
No. I thought, I honestly... Anyway, right, so the phrase is, my favourite film's The Elephant Man.
Hold on, wait a minute.
There's 5 songs make up that sentence.
Yeah.
Right, this week. Have a listen, see if you can work out the songs. Email in, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk, right? And you win all that stuff Steve just said, so, right, here we go then.
That was nicely done. Genius.
Right.
Let's hear it again.
Here we go. 5 songs there. The Elephant Man
not
is
so hard, this
my
one, which is
favourite
good.
film. Well, I thought we'd make it a bit easier.
Make it a bit easier.
Yeah.
Just one more.
Email it. A bit of hip hop hooray, a bit of a rap classic. Although you may not have heard it before.
XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. Carl the K-Man Pilkers. Little Pilkers, little baldy, roundy, heady Pilkers.
Oh yeah, there's
Go on.
There's a what's her name? If people go to the
You're
website.
joking. There's not a, there's not a what's her name.
An actual what's it?
You are joking, Carl.
No, it's just you reminded me.
Oh,
of the
did I?
little round bottled head.
Yeah?
If they go to xfm.co.uk, right,
Yeah.
/Ricky, there's a picture on there. You know that picture you did?
Oh, that I drew.
The one you drew of me.
Who put it on? Did what XFM put it on?
Yeah.
Did it look good? Can you
well,
get into it? Can I have a
I'll
look?
have a look. Yeah, I'll have a look during the
What is
next
it? xfm.co.uk?
/Ricky.
Right.
And there's that little picture, and people can sort of put bids in, and the money goes to,
Me, I
charity.
assume, as I drew it.
No, it's for some charity thing, so...
Because I read something that I think there's been a bid of at least £50, which is pretty.
No,
impressive.
there
I swear to
hasn't.
God, I just saw it earlier. I deleted it because I thought someone was winding us up.
You deleted it?
Well, I didn't know, did I? I didn't realise you didn't keep me informed.
Well, it just... Oh...
He's a buffoon, Carl, isn't he? I think you're an idiot, but sometimes...
Oh...
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Oh, I'm just gonna
life's
check.
cruel.
Just gonna check the power list. Top 100 most important people in radio.
What's this list?
Oh, it's just the most important people in radio. Oh, 56, Ricky Gervais. That's annoying. 56.
Let me see.
Says 55 more important people than me. I love the fact there that I've beaten David Mansfield, who's the controller of Capital.
Yeah. Arbitrary. The Radio Academy Power List Top 100. And you're what, number 56?
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais, XFM.
Yeah.
I noticed we're not mentioned, Carl. What's your thoughts on that? You know. A little stinging that, I'd have thought, considering the amount of work you put into this show.
Don't get me started.
Are you on here elsewhere, Carl?
No. Too busy.
Chris Moyles is number 96.
Oh, that's good.
That's good news, isn't it? He'll be off the list by next year, I hope.
So
What is
funny,
word,
aren't they?
Steve?
Go on.
Right. Who's number one?
Number 1 is Phil Roberts. I don't know who that is.
Right. Wouldn't you think that Marconi would have got a mention?
Marconi, now what station's he on?
Weird,
That's the point, because I got one in television and you thought John Logie Baird would have got a mention.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great, although it's not ever, is it? Again, I'll slip out of that by next year, I'd have thought. Oh dear.
Checking to see, oh yeah, Dr. Fox, good, he's on there at number 39. I'm assuming his medical qualifications have also put him in the
that sneaks him up the list, yeah.
Yeah.
Typical.
Pete Waterman, yeah, number 35, that makes sense. Important guy.
Can we just give them the website so they can read this at their leisure, because this really isn't radio, is it?
Right, well, xfm.co.uk.
No, that website if they want to see the most...
Oh, I don't know where it is. I'm just saying
sorry.
xfm.co.uk/Ricky if you want to see that picture, and whoever bidded 50 quid, if you can send the email again.
Bid, whoever bid.
Whoever bidded.
Yeah.
We should start picking you up on you, grammar. I mean, we're hardly ones to speak, but, you know... I squoosed.
I'll tell you what, I listened back to Carl was worried about last week's show because he said there was too much screaming and shouting and just nonsense and eating burgers.
It was a
and
bit
stuff.
like It's a Knockout last week, wasn't it?
No, yeah, and I listened back to it and it was without doubt the most appalling piece of radio I have ever heard in my life.
Really?
I didn't know what I was saying. I was saying, and I'm finishing set, eat it! And he's going, and you're going, Carl, they're eating a hamburger. It was bizarre. Just half an hour. If anyone didn't know us, or I'd never heard of us, I was just like going, Heart when I thought, XFM when I thought, listen to this. Eat the burger, eat the beans, coming out as well. No! It was absolutely, honestly, it was like a mental ward. To
be fair though, at the best of times you sound like you're selling the Evening Standard.
Oh God! Oh, we should have the worst bits available, shouldn't we? Just the worst bits of broadcasting ever. So where I didn't finish a sentence or I was just shouting or a record. I mean, there were swear word slips out, and just put them all on a CD. Like you know, like Panky put out the best of his phone calls.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't got that.
The worst radio show in the world ever.
Yeah, no, that's what I call bollocks.
Yeah. Alright, calm down. That's
shit.
just cheapened it. Oh, now once
Sorry, play a
again.
record.
Oh, tits.
Good to see those boys still rocking. That's AC/DC. Shook me all night long. On XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. We got the results of the quiz, Carl? Or?
Yeah, I'll just play it one more time. It was Songs of Phrase. Is this the last time we're doing this?
Oh, I thought so.
I thought it worked better this week because it was actually doable.
Yeah.
I think that makes a difference, Carl.
We haven't done Carl's an idiot yet. Carl, you're an idiot, have we?
Oh, well, that's a reason to keep it.
Maybe we can end with that one when you come back.
Right, well, the 5 songs that made up this little thing here was Mr. E's Beautiful Blues, Eels, Innocent Man, Billy Joel, and my favourite Waste of Time, Owen Paul,
Brilliant.
Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen, Girls on Film, Duran Duran. It sounded like this. The Elephant Man is my favourite film.
Hang on, was Bohemian Rhapsody in there?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right.
Well, we're going to give that to Piley. He just calls himself Piley. Ian Pyle. Good work, Piley.
What's happened to Anders?
Well, I was just going to say, actually, we've not had correspondence from Richard Dickie Anders for some time.
The Dickmeister General,
I
with
know.
his naughty, insulting ways.
Yeah, Anderson used to email regularly. if you wanna
Anders,
listen.
get on your computer!
Get in touch, mate.
What do
Just tell us
you
what you
think
think of the show.
Hold on though, to be fair, he was listening when we were pretty shoddy. If he's listened to the last 3 weeks, I think we're owed a little apology from you, Dickster.
Exactly. Absolutely. Listen, Piley, we want to send you all those goodies, including Scottish rock, but we don't have your address, so email in your address.
Bit of Snoop. Beautiful XFM 104.9. Gervais, Merchant, Pilkington. Carl had a treat in the week, didn't he?
He couldn't believe his luck.
We know Darren Brown. You know Darren Brown, the sort of magician, mind reader fella.
It's more special than that.
Well, called me up in town. Said, "Do you mind if we bring along Carl?" He went, "Pleasure." Carl's very cynical, saying, "Well, he won't get into my head."
Yep.
Great, wasn't it?
It was brilliant.
He went, "Can I ask him questions?" I went, "Well, no, it's social." He went, "I'm not coming." I went, "Well," he went, "Well, I'll ask him. I want him to know how he did that trick when he said you've got the winning ticket." I went, he's not going to tell you. He's a magician." He went, "Well, it's not worth it then. If I can't quiz him." But he came along.
Still did though, didn't I? Got in there with the questions that the people wanted to know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. What did you ask him and what did you find out?
I said, "How do you do that?"
I love the fact that the first half hour, me, Steve and Darren Brown were convincing Carl that he didn't see a ghost when he was 5.
Yeah.
And then we got onto the tricks.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it will live in my mind. He won't get inside my head.
Yeah.
And he got inside your head magnificently, Carl, didn't he? I mean, were you not amazed? I mean, Darren promised actually that he would come on the show in the future, and then you, the listeners, can see how he can baffle, amaze, and just generally freak out.
I think we should film everything that happens, right? Because it's just a waste, because you're only getting half of it when you hear what Carl has to say. Because his face, honestly, says 1,000 words.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just, I think we should film it and just put it on a DVD of Carl's facial expressions. This is Carl thinking he saw a ghost.
Yeah.
This is Carl thinking they were going to clone a man moth.
Yeah.
It's just different faces.
So do you want to try and explain what he did and what marvelled you so much?
Right, yeah, he comes in, he sits down, I'm a bit sort of, bit spooked by him straight away.
Oh, you're spooked by him straight away,
Yeah,
really?
there's a weird thing about him. Right? So anyway, he sat there, and I'm watching him.
It's because he was naked?
Checking, seeing what he's, looking at and stuff. So anyway, he gets his paper out, and I think, right, he's gonna do a bit of trickery and that. And he says to me, "Right, write down a number and a name," right? It was between
a 2-digit number, a 2-digit number, and a name of anyone you know.
Yeah, right. Now the thing is, I thought of the name because I was telling Steve earlier about the kid at school who I fell out with, right?
Yeah.
Over that girl who was called Aris,
Yeah.
right? So that name was like in my mind, ready to go, because I didn't want to use anybody's name who I knew, sort of now, because maybe you've mentioned it in the past. You know what I mean? I couldn't say Suzanne.
I knew Colin Makin anyway.
Yeah, well, do you know what I mean? So I picked a name, yeah. Well, I thought you might have been thinking about Auntie Nora. So I picked this name, right, that you three didn't really know about, right? Number just came to mind, right? So he
42,
says, right,
we were never thinking of that.
42, right? He said, right, just keep saying it over and over in your head. And I'm there, and he's saying all these sort of different numbers at me, and I'm trying to throw him off a little bit. Every time he said a number that was nothing like 42, I was sort of smiling, looking a bit nervous.
Yeah.
Don't know if you caught that, right?
all I could see was you looking sort of blank.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
So I was doing
stony
that.
face.
He picked the wrong person when he said let your mind go blank, you'd realise he picked on the wrong person then.
Right. So,
you had to squeeze his head to get it going again.
I said, Darren, if in doubt, he'll be thinking of monkeys. And Darren looked at Carl and he said, were you thinking of monkeys? He said, I tried not to and I thought of them more.
Right, that's true as well.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm there thinking of these numbers and that, and then he said, right, let's just talk about other stuff for a bit, right? So I was like, well, I'm not going to say anything, right, because I don't want you to catch me out. But then when we were talking, I was trying to like knock him off track.
Clever.
Do you know what I mean? I wasn't. Do you know what I mean? I played a bit of hardball with him.
Yeah.
I was like saying, because we were talking about aliens and that as well, weren't we? And I was saying, well, they might come and land again in 2060.
Clever.
You know what I mean? Dropping in different numbers and that, and so doing all that, playing him at his own game, and I think I had him for a bit.
On the ropes,
right? So anyway, comes down to the time when he's telling me the name and the number.
Yeah.
And well, he explained what he actually did. I mean, that was.
He just went. He said, just think of a number at the end of it, and he said, oh, is it an I? And you went, it wasn't an I. But there is no, okay, and anyway, he got
the name.
Harris, then he went and said, "Are you an extrovert?" And he wrote down these numbers.
Well, he wrote down some numbers, and he said that if you're an extrovert, these are the numbers you tend to choose. If you're an introvert, these are the numbers you tend to choose. And he wrote them down, and he said, "I don't think you're really an introvert, I don't think you're this, I don't think you're that, da-da-da." And I think he came up with the number 32, didn't he? He said to you, "You're thinking of number 32.